Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you'll be fine. I'm here with a new video, The White Window. It's a beautiful poem. We are going to discuss this poem in detail, and after that we are going to discuss the question and answers that are given after this text. Right? So let's begin with the word meanings given over here in the box. Folk means people. Pretend means act as if, make up something. That is something not in real, but you are making up something. You are trying to pretend. You are trying to act something. Stealing, moving quietly, creeping. That is moving without making a sound. Moving so as to try moving in a very quiet way. Tippy toes, walking quietly on the tips of one toes. Tiptoes, that is you are trying to walk on the tips of your toes, the fingers of your foot. Okay, let's start with the poem. The moon comes every night to peep. What does peep means? Peep means to take a secret look. Spy, जासूसी करना, खामोशी से कोई चीज देखना कि किसी दूसरे को पता ना चले. The moon comes every night to peep. We all have observed this. This is something in reality that the moon comes every night. We can look in the sky after the sun has set. We can see that the moon peeps at night. Through the window where I lie. Through the window where I lie. As you can see, it's given in the picture over here that the moon is peeping. That is looking secretly at this boy and from the window, because the window is open and it's pretty clear that the moon is peeping inside. But I pretend to be asleep. That is, poet is saying that I pretend that I'm asleep. I cannot notice, I cannot see that the moon is looking at me. So I pretend, I act as if I am asleep. And watch the moon go slowly by. I can watch the moon is going slowly by. Go by is basically a phrase which means that to pass by slowly, to slip away slowly. That is, you see something going by, something passing by. And she never makes a sound. Who she? This she is referred to this moon. That is, and moon never makes a sound. That is when it is moving ahead. It is going by. It is not making any sort of sound. Everything happens very silently, right? So without any noise. So what we have learned in this first stanza, the moon comes every night to peep. हर रोज चांद निकल आता है चुपके से झांकने के लिए, चुपके से देखने के लिए. कहाँ से? थ्रू द विंडो वेयर आई लाई. उस विंडो से जहां पर मैं लेटा हुआ होता हूँ. बट आई प्रिटेंड टू बी अस्लीप. लेकिन मैं शो करता हूँ जैसे मैं सो रहा हूँ. मैं ये बात जाहिर नहीं होने देता कि मैं जाग रहा हूँ और मुझे पता है कि चांद मुझे देख रहा है. एंड वॉच द मून गो स्लोली बाय. और मैं देखता हूँ मून आहिस्ता आहिस्ता खिसक जाता है, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता आगे बढ़ जाता है. एंड शी नेवर मेक्स अ साउंड. और इस अमल में वो कोई भी आवाज नहीं निकालता. नाउ स्टैंजा नंबर 2. She stands and stares and then she goes. She stands and stares. What is his job? He basically stands over there out of the window and stares from there. Stares means to look fixedly. ठीक है, गौर से देखना, घूर के देखना, एक जो है वो टिक देखना, मुस्तकिल देखते रहना. That is called stare, to glare at somebody. So what basically moon does? The moon stands and stares and then she goes, right? Then she passes. Where does she go? To the house that's next to me. That is just next door. Stealing by on tippy toes. Stealing by? Moving very quietly. That is creeping. moving on the tippy toes, that is stealing by on tippy toes, like we used to move on our tippy toes when our mother is sleeping. जब मम्मा सो रही होती हैं तो और हमें वहां से कोई चीज चाहिए हो उनके रूम से, तो हम वहां कैसे चलते हुए जाते हैं, अपने टिप्स पर चलते हुए जाते हैं ताकि उनकी नींद खराब ना हो. ठीक है, तो इन द सेम वे द मून इज स्टीलिंग बाय, मूविंग बाय on tippy toes to peep at folk asleep maybe. That is to look at somebody else, some other people who are maybe asleep, and she never makes a sound. This line is repeated, that she never makes a sound. Wherever she goes, whatever she does, to whoever she stares and looks, she never makes a sound. Everything that happens very quietly. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर वो चांद के बारे में हमें बता रहे हैं कि रात को चांद आता है, मैं शो करता हूँ जैसे मैं सो रहा हूँ लेकिन मुझे सब नजर आ रहा होता है. आहिस्ता आहिस्ता चलते हुए वो मुझे देखते हुए मेरे घर के बराबर वाले घर में चला जाता है, फिर वहां पर शायद किसी को इस तरह देखता हो जो सो रहे हो. So this is a friendly nature relationship between us, the moon and us. It's a poem basically, and it's very beautiful poem. I like it. I hope you also liked it. And now it's time to move towards the question and answers, students. So open page number 67. So here we have a variety of questions. Let's see what are these. When does the moon come to the house? When mane kab. When does, so we have to tell the time, that when does the moon come to the house. We have to write the answer in the same way the question has been asked, only we need to mention the time. That is just the difference between the question and the answer. So we are going to write the answer as the moon comes. ठीक है, इसके अंदर s लग जाएगा, कम के अंदर. ये s कहां से आएगा, does से. The moon comes to the house every night. ठीक है, कब आता है चांद, हर रात को आता है. ठीक है, and the second part is also related to it, that is part B. What does the moon come there to do? What does the moon come there to do? ठीक है, मून क्या करने के लिए आता है. ठीक है, what does the moon come there to do? क्या करने के लिए आता है मून. So we are going to write the answer. The moon comes to peep. Right? So the answer to part number A and B both are in line number 1. That is, it comes every night and it comes to peep. ठीक है, कब आता है और क्यों आता है, क्या करने आता है, तो दोनों बातों का आंसर हमें यहीं पर मिल गया. So we are going to write the answer. The moon comes to the house every night. Part B, the moon comes to peep. Here comes part C. What does the person in the room do? What does the person in the room do? Do shows that the question is about what basically is the work going on. ठीक है, क्या काम कर रहा होता है वो शख्स जो रूम में होता है. What does the person in the room, यानी जो भी बच्चा है या जो भी इंसान कमरे में है वो क्या कर रहा होता है. तो we'll write the answer. The person in the room pretends to be asleep. वो एक्ट कर रहा होता है सोने की. ठीक है, then part D, does the moon make any sound? Of course not. The moon does not make any sound. So we are going to write the answers as part C. The person in the room pretends to be asleep. And part D, the moon does not make any sound. Part E, where does the moon then go to? फिर इसके बाद मून कहाँ चला जाता है. Where does, where माने कहाँ, when माने कब, what माने क्या, where माने कहाँ. Now we have to refer the place. Where does the moon then go to? ठीक है, उसके बाद मून कहाँ चला जाता है. The moon then goes to The house next door, that is next to me means मेरे घर जो बराबर में है वहां चला जाता है, तो हम इसको क्या लिखेंगे? To the house next door. Part F, how does the moon go to the next house? और वो जाता कैसे है? How does the moon go to the next house? The moon goes to the next house on tippy toes. ठीक है, कैसे जाता है? Stealing by on tippy toes, moving by on tippy toes. किस तरह जाता है? अपने टिप्स पर जाता है, टोस के. Now part G, why does the moon go next door? और वो जाता क्यों है? Why does the moon go next door? क्या करने के लिए वहां जाता है? So the moon goes to the next door to peep at folk asleep, maybe. ठीक है, ताकि दूसरे घरों में भी जो लोग सो रहे हैं उनके ऊपर भी जाकर वो उसी तरह से फिक्स्ड लुक शो करे, वहां पर भी वो पीपिंग करे. So we are going to write the answers to part E. The moon then goes to the house next door. Part F, the moon goes to the next house on tippy toes. Part G, the moon goes to the next door to peep at the folk asleep there. Now we have two more questions. They are a bit difficult, so we are going to just discuss them. Why do you think the speaker pretends to sleep? You can write the answer of your own, students. Why do you think? That is, you have to give your opinions about why do you think the speaker pretends to sleep. Just put it on yourself. That is, put the shoes of the person and then think of why. For example, if the moon comes at night to peep at you, why would you pretend to be sleeping? Or why would be the poet is saying that he pretends to sleep? यहाँ पर आपको ये बताना है कि वो पोएट क्यों कह रहा है, कि क्या वजह हो सकती है कि जब मून आता है और देख रहा होता है तो बच्चा एक्टिंग करता है कि वो सो रहा है. यहाँ पर वो ये क्यों एक्टिंग करता है, यहाँ पर क्यों शो करता है कि वो सो रहा है, और यहाँ पर वो क्यों जाग कर नहीं देखता. ठीक है. पार्ट I, when you look at the moon, what do you think about? When you look at the moon, जब आप मून की तरफ देखते हैं तो आप क्या सोचते हैं? तो everybody would write the answers of their own, that what they actually think about when they look at the moon. ठीक है. जब आप चांद की तरफ देखते हैं तो आपके जहन में क्या ख्याल आता है? The moon is very beautiful, or the moon is very magical. ठीक है, आपको क्या ख्याल आता है, यहाँ पर आप वो बता सकते हैं. Now students, move to the reference to context. Here they have provided us with a line. She stands and stares, and then she goes. She stands and stares. So part A says, who stands and stares? It's the moon. Part B, where is the person who is being stared at? कहाँ है वो आदमी जिसको घूरा जा रहा है, जिसको गौर से देखा जा रहा है? So he is in his bed. Where does she go after standing and staring? तो यहाँ पर वो देखने के बाद मून कहाँ चला जाता है और फिर किसको देखता है? तो कहाँ चला जाता है वो? The house next door. और part D, what does she do after this? Of course, वहां पर जाके वो फॉक को पीप करता है. So here we have all the answers. Students, thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. Please share, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Take care. Allah Hafiz.